Sometimes I'm just like anybody else. Often, actually. Most of the time. Just like anybody else, in that I don't always know what's right. I don't always know what's true, even. What direction to go. Or even sometimes, what is the point of it all? And in these times where we don't know, each of us is faced with two choices, really. We can either choose to bring our beliefs closer to our chest, hold them tightly, like armor, beliefs that give us a sense of security and confidence so that we may continue to push forwards. And the other option is the road less traveled, much less traveled, actually. It's the kind of path that if you choose to walk it, you will not see footsteps in front of you leading the way. And this path, the second choice, rather than using our beliefs to give us confidence to keep pushing forwards, this second choice is about authenticity. It is about acknowledging that we don't know and that we don't have all of the answers. And though it might not seem as appealing, because when we choose that path, where does our confidence go? But even though it's not appealing, this path less traveled of authenticity, of honesty with ourselves and reality as a whole, leads to a true knowing. A knowing that isn't based on beliefs or ideas or your past experiences or the story you tell yourself or what some really inspiring famous speaker said or anything like this. Because often we're ready to believe anybody if they have enough subscribers, views, money. This is just an example, enough fame, enough success, then we believe they must know something. And so I shall follow this person. But the path less traveled isn't about following anybody. And remember what I said, this path less traveled, there is no footsteps in front of you. You must walk it alone. You must walk forward, not knowing where it leads. That's what this path less traveled is about. It is a path only a true warrior would walk. Though it's easier when we don't know to seek out someone who does, or at least leads us to believe that they do. And though sometimes it's easier to bury ourselves in our philosophy or religious and spiritual beliefs because they give us that comfort and that safety, this is a path that leads nowhere. It gives you the false sense within your emotions and your feelings and thoughts that you're going somewhere. But in reality, when we walk that path, we're only walking in circles. We're essentially on a merry-go-round. The music plays, the horses and the animals you ride bob up and down, the lights flash, and so all of your sensory mechanisms on your human person lead you to get the sense you're going somewhere, and that might be fun at first. But I dare you to spend 3 days straight riding on a merry-go-round. Come back and tell me how you feel about it. I'm not sure. I can't be sure about anything, really. But I would go so far as to say that the fact that you're here, watching this video, and that you're actually willing to listen, it tells me something about you, that you want to actually get somewhere in life. You don't want to ride on the merry-go-round that goes nowhere any longer. You're tired of following false prophets that lead you nowhere. You're tired of burying yourselves in new philosophy and beliefs that give you comfort but lead to the same inevitable thing every single time: your realization that you don't know. So no matter how many books we read or how many YouTube videos we watch, eventually we will always receive this part of ourselves once again, a part of ourselves that is kind of empty, kind of confused, and not sure of much. But to really wake up in the spiritual path, to really be an awake person, to really realize enlightenment, and even if this is something you don't care about, to realize success in your relationships, your career, and your health, in the joy you feel in your life. Eventually, though each of us may need to meet this empty, confused part of ourselves hundreds of times before we're finally willing to shake their hand instead of turning away from them and burying them with more information and more teachers, all of us will have to shake the hand of this part of ourselves one day. You can refuse to meet them for your entire life here, but you will die one day. And though you can bury this part of yourself with money, cars, relationships, career success, fame, followers, subscribers, all of those will be taken away from you at the end of your life. You can't leave with them. And you will encounter that part of yourself at the end of your life, even if you bury them deeply throughout this reality we're in today. The reason I'm making this video is because I have courage. I have the courage to not know. I have the courage to be authentic. What a lot of us will encounter when we meet this part of ourselves that is afraid and confused is a decision to try to get more things, more followers, more money, more teachings, more information. But when we do this, we're only misleading ourselves. And in a day and age where we have access to post a video and 10,000 people see it within 24 hours or more, we mislead others as well. And I don't want to mislead myself or anyone else ever again. And I don't blame myself because I was confused and trying to find my way, just like everybody else in this world. But today I'm choosing the path less traveled, and I wanted you to know, as my friend, my family, my tribe, that if you do not wish to walk the path less traveled with me, I will not blame you. I understand. It was a path I refused to acknowledge for a long time, and that didn't make me any less of a great person, and it won't make you any less of one either. If you are willing to walk the path less traveled with me, then today is the first step. And the first step is really simple. We have to acknowledge that we don't know. That's the ticket. And this is the entrance to enlightenment. Acknowledging that we don't know. 99% of the people in this world are fighting so hard to prove that they do know. They're trying so hard to prove it to themselves, and they believe that the best way to prove it to themselves is to accumulate some kind of success, wealth, fame, and that gives them a false sense of security, like armor, like defense. Being somebody who's done this and built that armor and accumulated many different things on the path that many people call success, I wish to tell you today the truth, that none of it means anything. And the part of us that thinks that it will is confused. And if what I'm saying makes you a little bit uncomfortable and scares you, this is actually a good thing. This is the first step toward enlightenment. Don't turn away from it. And if you do turn away from it because you have some goals very dear to your heart right now, and you're afraid that if you walk this path with me, you will not achieve your goals, I understand that fear. It caused me to turn away from this path many times. So go ahead, achieve all of the things that you've set out to achieve, and when you do, and you're unfulfilled, and you still don't understand what the point of life is, and you feel lost, come back, and I'll be here. I'll never go anywhere other than here, I promise. So take your own time. Now, if you are willing to encounter this part of you that doesn't know, that is confused and a little bit empty, I would like to let you know, just briefly, because I don't want to confuse you, that this is the path of true success. And that true success emanates throughout every aspect of your life. So all of the things you wish to accomplish in your life, walking the path we are speaking about today is actually what is truly necessary to do it. Because the armor that you have to wear to walk the other path, it is a weight that will cause you to crumble. You will not be able to withstand anything you create, because you will not have experienced any true inner transformation. That you can fight to change everything in your external life. But when you wake up in that reality, should you succeed at it, you won't be the person that actually matches that reality. And you'll spend your whole life having to act like someone you're not, just to get by, just to keep the people that listen to you, just to keep the money that comes to you. You have to fake it. You don't want to live a fake life. You don't. I know what it's like to be inauthentic and fake and working so hard to keep up the image and the structure that you built for yourself. It's too painful to bear. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemies. So please, if you are ready to step into the unknown, all you will discover when you do so is more of yourself. And who you really are is what you are looking for in this life. And I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, because we need to go through some more videos together for this to make sense. But when you encounter who you are, it will become clear to you that all of the things that make you uncomfortable are a source of true awakeness, true power, and enlightenment. And when you accomplish this, Your consciousness mixes with infinite intelligence. And this is where true power and manifestation take place. So, before I get too far ahead of myself, we'll end today's doorway to the path. And I hope to see you in future videos. I post 3 a week, 5 p.m. Pacific time, on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So if you're new here, just subscribe, put the bell notification on. If you're willing to not know, if you're willing to take all the beliefs you've accumulated about abundance, law of attraction, subconscious mind, imagination, living in the end, God, channeling, any religious dogma, if you wish to walk this path, set all of that down, because none of it actually will serve you on the path of enlightenment. None of it. All any of it can really do is stimulate that part of you that rides the merry-go-round. Because what we need on this path isn't more information. What we need is more clarity. And all clarity requires is the ability to listen. Right here, right now, listen. But you can't hear the sound in which I'm speaking about. You cannot hear it while you're constantly hearing your mind running off about law of attraction, manifestation, channeling, this religious idea, this. You can't hear what I'm speaking about because that stuff is just too noisy. It gets in the way. So let's just peel back the curtain, put it all down, and listen. Listening is key. It may not make sense to you at first, because as you listen, free of all of that noise, part of you chimes in and says, is this going to attract my abundance? Is this going to manifest this? And as those noises come in, you just peel back the curtain more. You say, no. I don't want to listen to that part of me that feels the need to accomplish something or achieve something today. I want to just listen to the sound of freedom. Freedom from myself. Freedom from the constant noise. Just keep listening. Practice this throughout the next few days. Just listen. It really is that simple. When you hear your mind chiming in on all this different noise and this fear inside of you, if I do this, if I practice this, I'm going to lose all the momentum I've got of achieving my goals. No, you won't. The part of you that's saying that to you is a liar. A delusion. No. What I'm speaking about today, this clarity, this listening, is the source of all success in this world. And I'd like you to know something as we conclude this video. You cannot tell a person's level of consciousness or whether you should listen to them based on how many subscribers they have, how many fast cars they drive, how hot their girlfriend or boyfriend is, how big their YouTube channel, how many movies they've starred in, how many followers they have that come every day to listen to them speak. You cannot tell consciousness by this. So stop deciding who to listen to based on who has what you want to achieve in your life. Instead, there is only one thing to listen for if you're ready to walk this path. Listen to right here, right now. And when you hear someone speaking and it pulls you somewhere else, where you feel like you're going somewhere, That's your first clue to know that that's not what you're trying to listen to. Because you and I, the solution is not to be pulled in this direction or pushed in that. The solution is to be here. Here is where you will hear what I'm speaking about. So from now on, when you hear something that shoots energy through your body and makes you go, oh my God, and your spine is shooting out all this energy, and oh, my intuition, and this resonates with me, ask yourself one question. Where are you going? Part of you believes in hearing what you heard from this person, that you have just changed or been transformed, or that now you can achieve this or that. That's the illusion. Many people will want to tell you things that make you feel like you're going somewhere, because that's what sells. It's what will cause you to keep watching the videos and pay for whatever. But to walk the path less traveled, the goal is not to go anywhere, but to just be here. Just right here. So when you hear someone speak, and you find the fog and the delusion fade away, and you find yourself feeling more clear right now in this moment, this is a good sign. If you feel yourself inspired and motivated and throwing the door open to go apply some new idea in your life, not a good sign. Not for the path less traveled, at least. Great sign if you want to keep riding the merry-go-round, yes. Not for the path less traveled, though. The last thing I'll share with you is just a moment of promotion for an event that I'm hosting, a live online workshop, this Sunday on January 21st. There's a few more seats left, and I'm hosting this event with my spiritual teacher, and his name is Chris, and he helped me to discover peace and clarity. It was actually the first teacher I ever encountered that didn't lead me down some merry-go-round path, and it's changed my life. So if you'd like to join Chris and I as we teach this workshop and help this group of people to break through into enlightenment in daily life, then just check the link in the description of this video, and you can find the information of it there. If you go and you click to subscribe to be there on that day, and it might tell you that there's no more seats left, I apologize. There's only 50 seats available on purpose so that we can intimately work with these people. But probably a few months down the line, Chris and I may do another event together, and you'll have another shot. So, thank you very much, and I hope to see you on the path less traveled. I'm sure I will, at some point or another, because both of us will die one day, and we'll shake hands on the other side and laugh about all this. We'll have a good old-fashioned laugh about all of it. Okay, see you for the next video, guys. Thanks again.